Yo, what up? It's Teddy, Caravan Crypto. And I really appreciate all the love. All the birthday love was great. I appreciate that. But also all the love for the channel, everybody who watches it here on Facebook or YouTube or wherever. And thanks for taking the time and paying attention to the things I say. I appreciate everybody who reaches out and asks questions and all of that. And I hope you got some value out of it. I hope you guys are making money. And I hope it's saving you from, some pitfalls that occur in this treacherous market. Crypto is easily the most treacherous market in the world, but with, great risk can come great reward. And that's why, I try to help, share my perspective the way I see it. Could be wrong, could be dumb, but it's the way I see it, and hopefully it's helped you navigate some of this stuff in a way that is beneficial to you and your family and your endeavors and your goals. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're going to talk about if you're buying today. If you're buying crypto today, is it too late? I know that you've got a lot of folks out there. Some of you guys have been watching my videos and you've been just scared to jump in the pool. You've seen everybody else jumping in, you're like, oh man, it looks good, the water looks good, but it's a little choppy, it's kind of deep, and looks like it might be a little cold, and everybody in there is either drowning or floating on a tube. But it's scary, I get it, you know what I mean? But you want to jump in, like you're seeing people making money and whatnot, and you're scared. You don't want to lose money. You want to know if it's a good time to buy, and you want to buy it and so that the price doesn't drop and all that kind of stuff. I get it, man. 100% I get it. You know what I mean? And I'm not mad at you for it, but you got to understand that it's an investment, right? And with investments, like, you have no control over the price. Nobody does. Nobody knows what the price is going to be. Not even me, believe it or not. I have no idea what the price is going to be next week, in 3 weeks, in 3 years, in a year. You know what I mean? I have no idea. But you don't get into it because of the crystal ball of knowing when it's going to be what. You get into it because you understand what it is, and you speculate that it's going to have use case, right? The moment that it doesn't have any use case, sell. The absolute moment that it's not useful anymore, sell. And that's how you want to play this, right? All right, so let's say you're buying it today. A brother asked me the last night, man, good brother of mine, man, he asked me, Teddy, man, so when I sell Doge for $1, like, who's gonna buy it at $1? Like, what the hell? Somebody's buying it at $1? Like, who's doing that? And I said, good question. You got a lot of people out there on YouTube or Instagram, TikTok, you know what I mean? And they're very new to investing, you know what I'm saying? I've been investing for 4 or 5 years, and I'm still new to investing to a degree, you know what I mean? But you got people who never even seen a full cycle in crypto, definitely haven't seen a full cycle in any market, whether it's real estate or stocks or whatever, and they're giving out a lot of financial advice and telling you what to do. And I would be very wary of what they're saying, and if you should listen to them. People are saying right now, you go on YouTube, you type in videos, Doge to $10, and as happy as that would make so many people, the reality is Doge would be worth more than all money in existence, 3 times over at $10. You know what I mean? Or twice as much money as all the money that's ever existed in the world. Come on, bro, that's not real. And that's kind of what you want to do. People throw out price predictions. You want to think okay, is it going to be worth more than all the money in the world? Probably not gonna hit that kind of hype. But that's one thing, right? So, but and that's the thing, right? Is that you have these people who are new, who haven't seen these cycles, don't see how things work, and they just see that the price is going up. They see that they've made money, and they're just smoking that hopium, hoping that it goes all the way up, like they say, right? And these people are running around, town crier, hear ye, to even newer investors than them. And there's so many more newer investors than investors, okay? There's so many more newer investors than investors. And so these newer investors, they don't know who to trust. They look at me and they're like, this is some random guy on the internet. I can't trust him. And they go to their friend who's been investing, who turned $1,000 into, 10 grand, you know what I mean? 15 grand, 20 grand, right? 60, 50 grand, whatever it is. Excuse me. And they're like, this guy knows what he's doing. Do they know what they're doing? Like, nah, they just bought a coin. They bought Dogecoin at less than a penny. Like, do they really know what they're doing? Like, they really don't. I don't think so. They could, never mind. I'm not going to get into all that. But maybe they know what they're doing. Maybe they don't. Okay? You're listening to them. They're saying, yeah, man, it's going to go to $5, bro. You should just buy now, bro. Doge at $1 is cheap, man. Actually, they'll start like this. Doge at 50 cents is cheap, man. You should buy it. It's going to $5, bro. Just buy, man. Get in here. I'm making so much money off this Doge. And you can replace Doge with anything. Any other coin, that's been hyped and pumped, right? Let's say we're in September, October, November, December. Prices have been pumping all year. It's going crazy. You also have these kinds of people, right? These are the newer investors. They've been talking to their friend. Doge was a penny. I was like, man, I'm not buying Doge. Cryptocurrency. Like, what? That's for terrorists and drug dealers. Like, I don't want to get involved in that. What if Homeland Security comes to get me, right? So they don't buy it, right? And then it goes to 10 cents. And then their friend is like, dude, it just went to 10 cents, bro. And they're like, damn, it went to 10 cents? Like, well, missed the boat. And then at 25 cents. They're like, bro, it just went to 25 cents yesterday. Like, damn, 25 cents? Wow, that's crazy, man. It's definitely too late right now. 25 cents, that's got to be the highest it's going to go. And then it goes to 50 cents. They're like, man, I should have bought in. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'll buy in. I'm thinking about it. And then it goes to 60 cents. And they're like, oh, man, if I just bought at 50 cents, I would have made money when it went to 60 cents. And then it goes to 70. And then they're like, you know what? Okay, I have to buy this, but I don't really know what I'm doing. What's a Coinbase? And, what's going on here? How do I do this? And blah, blah, blah. How do I sell them and get my money back out, And then at 85, then what they do at 70, after they figure all that out and they get ready to buy, they buy like $10. You know what I mean? They buy like $100 or something like that, right? And then it goes to 85 cents. And they're like, bruh, if I had just bought $2,000 or $5,000, I would have hella more money. And then that person who made a little bit of money, trying to put more money in, they've got friends. And they don't, they love their friends. You know what I mean? Like, they want their friends to do good, and they're trying to give their friends information that's going to be beneficial to them. So they go to their friends and they're like, bro, I just made money on this Doge, man. Everybody's making money. You guys got to get into this. And, that guy buys a couple grand or 5 grand, 10 grand at 85 cents, convinces the friends to get in, and the friends are playing the same game, man. They don't want to buy in 100, 1,000, whatever, and it goes up a little bit. And the guy's like, bro, it's at $1. I just made $1,500 in 2 weeks. And then that person who told their friends to buy in, and their friends bought in a little bit, and they're up money, and they're like, bro, if I had just put in 10 grand, I would be up so much money, right? And those people got friends, and they tell friends, and they're like, bro, I'm up. And then those people who are buying it at $1, they don't want to hear it's going to crash. They're not trying to hear that, right? They're thinking that those people are wrong. You're Bitcoin haters. It's not going to go down and blah, blah. That's what they're thinking, right? And so they're looking for the videos where it's saying, it's clickbait titles, Doge to $10, $5, $3, $8, $7, whatever, right? And they want to watch those. And those guys are saying, bro, the reason why it's going to go to $10 is because Elon is going to put Doge on the moon. Do you know how crazy that is? That's the first cryptocurrency on the moon. It's crazy. And these people who are not investors, man. They don't nobody's doing market research. Nobody's doing chart analysis. Nobody even knows what that is. These people don't know what that is. They're looking at hashtags. They're relying on other people who are shilling these coins. Shilling is when you just want to push that coin so much because you want people to buy it because you're already in it. and there's so many people shilling Doge. People who I actually respected previous to this are shilling in a very irresponsible way. Okay, and I think because they have channels and Twitter accounts that are heavy, they're riding that wave, right? And they're getting followers, and their accounts have grown quite substantially. But anyway, so that's who's buying at $1, right? And then people are buying at $1, right? They're putting in $1,000 or $10,000. The people who bought it before also had 1,000, a 10,000, and 5,000, and 500. They had the same amount of money that you have. Person who's buying in today, or a person who's buying in at the end of the bull run, they got the same amount of money. Okay, like don't think that these people who bought Doge at under a penny were people who had like crazy money. These are just rich people. Nah, they had the same amount of money you did. They just bought early, and they bought at a great price, and they're seeing the benefits of that now, right? So they're making super money. But somebody spending $1 today to get Doge is buying 2 Doge at $1. Okay, somebody who spent $1 in early this year, early 2021, right? They were spending $1 and getting like 300 Doge, right? So $2 versus 300 Doge. It's a big disparity here. Same amount of money, big disparity, right? Their cash stretched a far margin, all right? When they go to sell, if they bought $100 worth of Doge, you know what I mean? They bought 30,000 Doge for $100. When they go to sell, they're selling 30,000 Doge. Not $2 worth of Doge, not 2 Doge. You know what I mean? Not what's it called? 50 Doge. They're not selling that. They're selling 30,000 Doge. In order for you to buy that much Doge, you got to spend like 15 racks. And there's going to be a point where you got so many more sellers than buyers in terms of volume, coin volume, right? You're going to have a lot more coins entering the market to sell than dollars entering the market to buy, right? And that's where you get tanky. The same thing will happen to Bitcoin. Believe it or not, the same thing will happen to Ethereum. It happens to all of them. I don't think that it's going to be as pronounced as it has been in the past. 85% drops. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's going to be drops nonetheless. And to think that it won't happen with Doge is a dangerous thought. Could I be wrong? Could I be dumb? Yes, I could be dumb. But could you be dumb? That's the real question. If Teddy's dumb, it has no relevance to you in your life. If you're dumb, you know what I mean, then you got something to think about. You know what I mean? And I've got enough humility to admit I could be dumb. I've been wrong. You know what I'm saying? Do you have enough humility to admit that you could be stupid for buying something at such a high price? You know what I mean? Especially when you got so many other options available. That's the question you got to figure out, right? The other thing is once these exchanges hit, like we saw a mini, itty bitty, tiny micro glimpse of it during the SNL thing. Okay, look, what's happening is you have smaller exchanges that were offering Doge, and then the bigger exchanges started to offer it, right? And in that scenario, you have people in the SNL scenario. You have a lot of people wanting to sell their Doge. And they bought it at big exchanges. So at the big exchanges, they deposited dollars there because the big exchanges got deep enough pockets to cover anything that goes on, any kind of sales that go on. They got reserves of liquidity, which is cash, to fit the sell orders should those be happening, right? And it's not only the sell, but then the withdrawals and transfers to bank accounts. Like those things got to happen now. So these exchanges, these bigger exchanges, right, were selling the Doge, getting the dollars. You couldn't sell on the big exchanges because the networks were so congested on the big ones, right? So then people went to the smaller ones and wanted to sell there. But you're talking about companies that don't have the pockets to fill and cover all those sell orders and withdrawals. So they would stop sales. You know what I mean? And that, my friend, That was just Doge selling. You don't want to be in a scenario where Doge is selling, Ethereum is selling, XRP is selling, Polkadot is selling, all at the same time. This is what happens at the end of bull runs. You know what I mean? This is what happens. And so, you know, you don't want to be caught, because when you have sell orders like that, massive, massive sell orders, man, you have straight cliff drop price movements. You know what I mean? Like you could drop 30%, 40% like that, right? So you could be in profit on selling Doge because you bought late. You could be in profit at selling Doge or Ethereum or whatever. And, you know, because you literally just can't execute the sell order. You can't get your coins into the exchange fast enough, or this exchange shuts itself down, right? Now you have problems. Look, and the key, you know, if you want to avoid that, there's two things you could do. You could sell earlier than the tippity top. Don't try to time the tippity top, because that's when you're gonna have a lot of problems, right? High risk, high reward. Yeah, there's a high risk there. Yeah, you could sell the tippy top though. You know what I mean? And maximize your full potential of gains, right? But I don't know if you want to do that. But the other flip side of that is playing this in a longer timeline, bro. Don't play this for this year, which you totally could. I'm playing some of it for this year for sure, right? But playing a longer timeline and stretching your timeline out and buying now in anticipation for the next bull run. Like, you'll be in a situation where somebody was in massive profits back in August of 2020, right? Now is in super crazy dummy profits in 2021 in May. You know what I mean? Like, you could be in that scenario if you play a multi-year, investment. And we got to remember, this is investing. This is not casino gambling, y'all. This is, if you want something like fast returns and all that, man, play the casino. Do that. You hit the corner, roll some dice. You know what I'm saying? But for now, like if you want to invest, a short-term investment in stocks is under a year. That's considered short-term. Think about the benefits of playing it longer term. Michael Saylor put it best, right? There's people who have bought Bitcoin and sold 4 months later at a loss. He said there has never been anybody who bought Bitcoin and 4 years later sold at a loss. It's never happened. And that can go for a lot of other cryptos too. Same can be said about Ethereum for sure. You buying it and selling it 4 years later at a loss. That's never happened. You know what I'm saying? So if you have some anxiety about investing and you want to choose the best strategy for ensuring that your money is going to be good in there, think about playing long. You know what I mean? And you're going to see the benefits of that. And that's what you can get out of buying it today. Buying it today, we're about halfway through the bull run, in my opinion. When we get to the end, you're gonna hear about it. You're gonna see it. The euphoria is gonna be crazy. You think you've seen gains? You haven't seen gains at all. You know what I mean? You haven't seen gains at all. We're gonna see some gains. The best is yet to come still. And it gets crazier the closer we get. But the hotter the market, the more buyers come. That's how it goes, right? Like you don't have a wide amount of people investing in crypto right now, as you will when we get closer to the end of the bull run. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, sorry, man. This video is a long video. I apologize for that. Hope you got some value out of it. Any questions, comments, you want to argue with me, call me names. You know what I mean? Talk about how dumb I am in the comment section, please. And I hope everything goes well for you. I hope you make a lot of money in crypto. I hope you get super rich and you buy your Lambo or your Tesla or whatever you want to buy. And it all goes really great. And I love you. Peace.